The third and final entry into Dario Argento's Three Mothers trilogy finally arrived in 2007, over 25 years after the last entry, Inferno. It is the film that the fans of Argento had been waiting for him to do all these years while they watched the quality of his output become less and less superb, even making some of his earlier fans say he had lost it and dismiss all his newer films as poor efforts. I've never given up on Argento, and I think even his newest films, excluding Dracula 3D, usually has some redeeming qualities to them. So it shouldn't come to anyone's surprise that this will be a positive review of Mother of Tears, as I found enough stuff in this film to have an enjoyable time, and I watched it several times since its release. Just to give a bit of a backstory of this trilogy, in case you're unfamiliar with these films. Back in the 70s, Argento had kickstarted and mastered the giallo genre, and was looking for a new project away from the then oversaturated violent thriller genre. He then delivered what many believe to be his best movie ever with Fantastical Suspiria in 1977. The film was both a financial and critical success, and when it was announced that this was only the first out of a trilogy that all dealt with three different witches, fans could not wait to see what more Argento could do with these movies. The second part of the trilogy was released in 1980 and was called Inferno. Inferno was not a well-received film, although its reputation has grown over the years and is now also considered to be a great film from the excellent filmography of Argento. Dario became sick during production and had to rely on more help than usual from the second unit team, which included the legend Mario Bava doing some work on it to help him out. Since Inferno didn't do all that well, the future of this trilogy was now jeopardized. There was a script done in the early 80s regarding the third Mother movie, but fans would have to wait patiently for 20 years before some real activity was put behind this project. In 2003, Argento would start to reveal that the project had been reanimated and that it was working on a new script. With help from the American screenwriters Jace Anderson and Adam Gierak, a new script was ready and production started in 2006, with the movie finally being released worldwide a year later. The Mother of Tears is about the third mother, Mother Lacrimarum. An ancient urn is opened by a young art student named Sarah, in process unleashing the power of Mother Lacrimarum upon the city of Rome. Her return triggers a series of random violent acts and also calls upon all witches around the world to join her in her ever-growing cult in the Eternal City. Sarah believes that the violence that is overshadowing the city is caused by the evil unleashed by the urn, and continues to research its origin. It leads her on track towards Mother Lacrimarum, who herself has gathered some interest in Sarah. She is the only one who knows who might be causing these atrocities, and is the only one with any chance at all of stopping the ancient old witch. Mother of Tears had a decent reception upon release. The critics gave it a better reception than what Inferno received, but it didn't exactly set the box offices on fire, as the release was also very limited, and there honestly just isn't that much room for movies that are a bit different to make that big of a splash in the modern times either. The first thing about this film that might disappoint long-time Argento fans is the fact that this is not another grand visual treat such as Suspiria and Inferno. Instead, this has a modern look and tries to play more like a normal film. That's not to say that this isn't a fine-looking film visually, as it does a lot well in that regard, but it might not be what a big part of his fanbase was hoping for. The story though is not that solid, not that anyone would expect the most coherent story from an Argento film anyway. We could have really used some more depth to the characters this time around though. Asia Argento is once again in her father's film, and once again she shows off her body with her father being behind the camera. But the character Sarah isn't interesting at all, and the rest of the characters just seem to wander in and out of the film without any reason or meaning. There's enough gore to go around, but also plenty of poor CGI effects as well. I do like some of the music score by Claudio Simonetti, and some of the scenes are quite effective. It's only too bad that there are some very flawed parts of the film, like the entire ending and the addition of the ghost of Sarah's mother, even though it was nice to see Daria Nicolodi again. Mother of Tears is a very uneven film, and the enjoyment of it depends on how forgiving the viewer are of its flaws. I'm able to overlook a lot of them and can enjoy the fun cinematography and absolutely absurdity of the story. It's not for those who want another Suspiria, but it is good enough for those who enjoyed the card player. I am one of those, and that's why I have no problem giving this a 3 out of 5. Anyone else out there that actually didn't mind the Mother of Tears? And should Argento return for another film after the disaster that was Dracula 3D? The comment section is ready for your opinion, and subscribe for more reviews of Argento's films coming to the channel in the future. Thank you very much for watching.